So I wanted to ask you all and get your opinion on a question that's sort of been, I don't want to say bothering or troubling me, but been on my mind the last number of days. And I've been just talking to some of my business colleagues and network colleagues in one of the networking groups I'm a member of. And it's actually sort of a universal across the board, not industry or task specific at all. And so I would love your answers. If you are a business owner, I'd love your answer as a business owner. And I'd also love your answer as a sort of a consumer or somebody's client. So the question is, do you think you have a responsibility as somebody who's received a quotation or a price from a company, so from somebody who's taken the time to maybe meet with you or talk with you by phone or correspond with you by email, to give you a price or a quotation for the service or the product that they sort of supply. So I'm not sort of thinking that if you logged onto their website and checked out that, you know, this product costs X. I don't mean a reply to that. I mean if you've actually corresponded with them and they've taken the time to sort of prepare sort of a document or a quotation for you, and they've sent that to you either by post or phoned you or by email, and you've sort of said, you know, thanks very much, I'll get back to you in a couple of days when I've had time to look at it. So I'm wondering, do you think that a consumer or a potential client has a responsibility to respond either yes or no with an answer to the person that they were considering hiring or using or buying a product? Or do you think that it's perfectly acceptable to receive the quotation or price and respond obviously if you're buying it, and do absolutely nothing if you've either not made a decision, forgotten about it, or decided to go in a different route? So really, I suppose as a business owner, it's one of the frustrating things for me is that you meet with people, you prepare quotations, you send it off, you think from your point of view it all went very positively and that, you know, you're available to answer any questions or queries or make any adjustments that may be required. You follow up with the couple or the people or the company, whomever it might be, and you get no response. No sort of, I mean, total radio silence. So you send over the quotation, nothing is sort of, you know, no confirmation that it's received or anything like that. You follow up in a few days just to make sure they did receive it, see if they have any questions, would like to take a meeting, nothing. Another week or two goes by, you send another follow-up. And so this happens maybe 3 to 5, maybe more times depending on the state of it. And through it all, you as the business don't receive any correspondence whatsoever, not even a sort of an automatic out of office reply from the person, company, or the couple. So do you think that the person who received the quotation has a responsibility to follow up or respond to the person? Obviously, to be courteous, it would be really nice, but do you think there's a sort of an extra responsibility? I will hold my hands up and say, as a business person, I think you should. I think even if it's a no, you know, fair enough, absolutely fine. I know that not 100% of people who consider my services or who meet with me or who talk to me or receive a quotation are going to book me. That is absolutely fine. It would be amazing if 100% did book me, but I understand that's not going to happen. So if somebody says no, that's absolutely fine. I don't expect to hear a reason or be given a reason. It would be great, so maybe I could improve upon or change that if I felt it was a good direction for me. But just to have an answer, yes or no, would be amazing. Obviously I get the yeses, but I don't always get the no's. So as a business owner, I think sort of it is the responsibility of a person to follow up. As a consumer though, I cannot hold my hand up and say that I follow up 100% of the time. Often, if it's something I'm still thinking about, I'll put it on the long finger and I won't even as a courtesy say, oh, I'm still thinking about that, I'll come back to you in such and such a time. That's more down to sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll think about that for another few days and I forget about it. So it happens to me. And then sometimes if I know it's a flat out no for whatever reason, I don't take the time. Now, I am getting much, much better at it because it's something that hugely frustrates me as a business owner. But I cannot ask this question and be on sort of like a high horse and say, oh, I'm absolutely wonderfully perfect and I always follow up and I always respond, because I don't. I'm just sort of putting it out there. I've put it on sort of our chat group on Facebook for my network group, and we're sort of talking about that. And the general consensus is that yes, a person should follow up with a yes or a no. We don't, as individuals, always do that. So even as business people, we don't practice what we preach, so to speak. But I'd love to hear your views on it. And even if some of you would like to share, even if it's general, reasons why you don't follow up or why you don't think you should have to follow up, it will just give me a great understanding or a broader understanding as to potentially why some people don't follow up with me, and that would be really useful in my business. So if you have the time and would like to contribute, I know this is completely off topic in some senses, but I'd love to hear your views and your responses. So please, if you're on the blog, please leave your reply in the comments below. If you're watching this directly on YouTube, again, please leave your comments below in the comment section, and I will try to get back to and respond to as many of you as I possibly can as well, obviously on this premise of responsibility of response. But I'd be really interested to hear your views on it. Thanks so much for watching. See you again soon. Bye.